Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. We've made it to the end of 2023, and you know what that means. It's time to make our 2024 vision boards. I absolutely love making vision boards, so I thought it'd be fun to make this video so that I can take you through my favorite process for creating a vision board that actually works best for you. I've experimented with lots of different types of vision boards over the years, and I think I've finally found one that works. So let's get into it. Before we can start to think about the year we want to create for ourselves in 2024, I think it's also important to look back at where we've been. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look back at 2023. There's a couple of reasons why I like to do this. First, it's just a really cool exercise to look back at the key events of the last year and enjoy some of the good memories. We can take this chance to bask in gratitude for the good things that happened and reflect and make peace with some of the things that were maybe not so great. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up a blank page on my computer and just start writing down everything that happened. If you need help jogging your memory, I find it can be helpful to take out my phone and scroll through all the pictures that I've taken over the last year. It can be easy to remember big things like vacations, promotions, and major family and relationship events. But I also want to remember smaller moments, like great meals I cooked or a fun night out with friends. It can be easy to spend tons of time doing this, and that's totally okay. Just don't forget to come back to your list and write things down as you go. So here are the things that I put on my own list. There were a bunch of things, but some of the highlights were that I achieved my annual sales goal at work this year. Yay! I took an amazing solo trip to Norway and completed one of my bucket list hikes. And just a few weeks ago, I moved back to my dream apartment in San Diego. I also cut back on my alcohol consumption by about 90% and made some great new friends this year. There are a bunch more things on the list, but it feels great just to see all my accomplishments written down in one place. Now, as we make our lists, we'll naturally start thinking about our lives and how we spend our time, which is the basis for crafting our vision boards for 2024. Looking at your list, think about what things went well and what things didn't go so well. You probably did achieve some of your goals, but there are likely also some things that you still want to achieve in the coming year. As these things come up for you, let's start a new list called Things to Create in 2024, and we can start brainstorming the year ahead. One other tool that I like to use to help create my vision board is called the Wheel of Life, or the Circle of Life. You may have already heard of this, but if you haven't, the Wheel of Life is basically a tool that lists different areas of focus in life, such as health, friends, spirituality, and career. You'll go around the circle and think about each section, and give yourself a score for how good you feel about each area at this moment. It's important to remember that this is simply a snapshot of the current moment, and nothing here is set in stone. And the answers might be different for different people. For example, let's look at romantic relationships. If you're currently single, and you're super happy living your best single life, you might rate romantic relationships as a 10. On the other side of the coin, if you're currently single, but you desire to be in a romantic relationship with another person, you might rate that area as a 3. The ultimate goal here is going to be the same as going through your pictures in your phone, to identify and be grateful for the areas of your life that are going well, and to pinpoint other areas of your life that you want to focus on in 2024. By now, you've hopefully used these exercises to reflect on the last 12 months, and you've put together a list of things you want to achieve in 2024 to add to your vision board. So here is what my list of desires for 2024 looks like. Now, it's finally time to create our vision boards. Back in the good old days, when I first started making vision boards, I used to cut pictures out of magazines and glue them to a piece of paper. But these days, we have a much more powerful tool at our disposal with the internet and social media. So now I'm going to look at my list of desires and gather pictures and images that represent these things for me. Pinterest, Instagram, and Google are probably my top 3 favorite places for finding pictures. So to take an example from my own vision board, one thing that I really want to do in 2024 is to hike the famous Inca Trail to Machu Picchu in Peru. This one should be easy to find. So I'll just go here to Pinterest and search Machu Picchu. And right away, tons of images pop up. I'm going to pick this one because it has the perfect vibe. Now, I'm not the most computer savvy person around, so I'm just going to use the snipping tool here to snip this picture, and I'm going to save it to a folder that I'm going to call 2024 Vision Board. All right, so now that we have a folder full of images that inspire and excite us, let's put together our vision board. To do this, I highly recommend using a website called Canva. If you've never heard of Canva, this is an amazing tool that allows you to create any sort of graphic design, and it's super easy to use. I do personally pay about $12 a month for a subscription because I use it for a variety of other things. But the free version of Canva is still amazing and is perfectly capable of creating our vision boards. So there's no need to pay for it unless you want some of the other features there. So I'm just going to do a quick demonstration here of how to bring my images into Canva to create my vision board. So now we have our beautiful, inspiring, magnificent vision boards. And we can think about how we're actually going to use it. You want to make sure that your vision board is something that you will see regularly so that you'll continue to be inspired by the images on it and not forget about it. For me personally, I printed out a copy of my vision board and taped it up on the wall next to my desk so that I can see it every day. I've also made it the desktop background on my computer so I can see it there as well whenever I open my computer. I've seen people use Canva to make a tiny version of their vision board to use as their phone background as well. You can also print out smaller copies and laminate them to keep in your wallet or car or to put up on your refrigerator. There are so many different ways to display your vision board to make sure you revisit it regularly. I also like to think of my vision board as a living document. The cool thing about Canva is that it's so easy to come back in to edit this vision board and make changes. One thing that I like to do is to visually celebrate when I achieve one of the things on my vision board by checking it off the list. So once I take this trip to Peru, I'll come back to Canva and just add a little check mark to that image on my vision board so that I can still enjoy the image and feel the success and gratitude of having accomplished the thing. If something on your vision board changes or you decided that something on there is no longer important to you, it's also super easy to come back and swap out the pictures. I usually update my own vision board every few months and recreate the whole thing from the beginning, just like we're doing here, as part of my New Year reflection routine. And that's all I have for you today. As you can tell, I absolutely love making vision boards, so I hope that you found this video fun and that you can use some of these tips to create your own amazing vision board for 2024. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy this other video I've made about how to actually achieve the goals from your vision board by creating systems rather than just setting goals. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you in the next video.